Hey, what's going on with it once again, ladies and gentlemen, fanboys and fans? The one, the only Mr. Criticism Guy 2009, aka Nintendo Sony Freak 2011. I was originally going to do this on my Nintendo Sony Freak channel, but you know what? I decided to do it over here because I've been getting a lot of views and stuff lately. I don't know what's going on with the subscription box or whatever. I'm not sure what it is. I'm not getting over 50 or 100 like I used to. I don't know what's up with that. I've been on here almost 6 years. You would think I'd have like 900 or 1,000 subscribers, but I still got 107, which is kind of weird. I don't know what the fuck it is, but I'll still keep continuing to do videos because I still love doing this thing as a hobby. I don't really get paid for any of this shit because I already got 3 jobs to like be getting paid a lot of money anyway, so it would be kind of pointless if I did get paid for this. Just to let you guys know that, I'm just going to read an article real quick on Wikipedia about the Powerpuff Girls comeback. If any of you guys ever seen this episode, I think it was just going to be a one-time thing, unfortunately. I was hoping that they'd bring this back as a seasonal thing episode, like almost all the time, but now this is a little bit different. It's kind of like a CGI kind of art. It's alright. It wasn't the best of the best. I'm going to give it a B- right now, so like 3 or 4 guns out of 5. Even though I usually rate that for movies. I didn't get to do that on my Lone Survivor movie, by the way. I'm going to give that one 5 guns out of 5 because that was an awesome movie review what I did. And pretty much what it says over here is 2014 special. I'm going to leave the link down below if you want to check it out on Wikipedia. It says that January 28, 2013, this new CGI special title called The Powerpuff Girls DancePants was announced to premiere that year, though it was delayed later until this year, January 20th, was just yesterday of 2014. Okay, and it said the special was promoted on a Cartoon Network featuring Ringo Starr of the Beatles, which I thought it was from YouTube, but it was from the Beatles, with him singing the new original song "I Wish I Was a Powerpuff Girl." And it said with previews leading up to the air date. Ringo also voiced a new character named Fichibioni Scenequist in these episodes. Sorry about that. In the episode. And it says the special was directed by Dave Smith, who directed episodes for the same series of the past and featured the original cast members reprising their roles. So everyone that was the exact same voice actor and actress that was the original old school version of the Powerpuff Girls, they brought them back over here to the new school version. And then it says right here, the Powerpuff Girls special mark. I know most of you guys can't see because it's a real bright screen, but just trust me when I say this. Was a new character, blah blah blah. Okay, the Powerpuff Girls was special mark for the first time of the season, created by Craig McCracken at no input. In this episode's plot, this Mojo Jojo kidnapped Bibociani along with the opera singer and a badger, and the girls are rescued, or one of them, and defeat Mojo Jojo yet again once again in his kidnapping plan. Not deterring, detain, I don't know what that says. Then he goes out to invent an evil video game called DancePants Revillution to brainwash the girls and kidnap them. Those three girls again. However, after the help from Professor Utonium's love for the girls, they break free and defeat Mojo Jojo once again. Only into discoveries this genius plan was to make a championship-winning softball team to take over Townsville, not to steal chemical X from the professor's lab. And that's pretty much all it says. You can read the old school like stuff of the Powerpuff Girls if you want. It's all going to be here in the links. I'm going to leave it in the description box, hopefully if I remember. And let's begin. So pretty much I'm not going to review every single detail in the party episode like I do with on my Nintendo Sony Freak when I review my My Little Pony episodes. If you want to check more about that out, and if you're a brony, fucking bro to you, because I don't really talk about that very much in this channel. I usually just talk about alternative media stuff, top 10 stuff, current events, current news shit, a couple rants here and there. And my 2 other ones are really going to try to start doing Blu-ray DVD reviews. And once in a while, cartoon conspiracy theories. I may or may not leave them on this channel. And of course, video game reviews. That's the 7 or 8 things I usually put on this channel. On the other channels, a lot more of the different stuff, except I'll do movie trailer reviews and a couple other things along the way there. If you haven't subscribed to that channel, it's been doing a lot more successful. I got 300 subs on there. A lot more in this channel. So I've had that channel less than 4 years, and I've had a lot more crazier success on there than I have over here. It's kind of awkward, but it's true. Just get back to my old roots when I do on this channel. But other than that, you can see all the different art styles and everything. It's a little bit different because obviously DancePants Revillution is supposed to be a parody off of Dance Dance Revolution, the game in real life, which I actually played a couple times. Really good ass shit. I know I'm a big dude and everything, but I actually love playing that Dance Dance Revolution a lot in the physical side of things. And I sweat my fucking ass and my balls off on that thing, literally. No fucking joke. I almost passed out a couple times doing that shit. This is a fucking workout. Even though I work out at the gym a couple times here and there, that's even more, that actually puts you to sleep a lot more and stresses you out than freaking average working out, like doing push-up setup kinds of things. But other than that, another thing I really liked about it, the CGI style was alright. I wasn't really crazy about it. It was kind of like Samurai Jack meets like, kind of like an Adult Swim kind of entertainment thing that they do in Tsunami every now and then. And another really weird ass thing I was weird about is that it was cool to have all the original people that were doing the same characters. They still had the same characters, voiceovers for like Miss Bellum, Professor Newtonium, Blossom Bubbles and Buttercup, Mojo Jojo. The mayor came back. They didn't really show any of the other ones like the Gangrene Gang or Ham or Fuzzy Lumpkins like they showed the original one with Princess. They only just focused on Mojo Jojo and that was it. They're pretty much the whole plot of the story, like I just said, that Mojo Jojo, he ends up kidnapping three of these things. He ends up kidnapping an opera singer, like a mathematician and professor, and then he ends up stealing a badger that's the rarest in the world. And he ends up making him train him to like steal, instead of the Chemical X, he wanted to make him go against a softball team or something. Like it stated in the Wikipedia thing, section, archives, if you want to call it that. And another really weird ass thing that I didn't like about it too much is like how fast the pacing was in this freaking show. It was really quick, and some of the jokes were kind of stale. They felt like forced and pushed in your face, but at the same time, I could still respect it a little bit here and there because even though they said Craig McCracken didn't have any input in it, one of his friends named Dave something Mikowski or whatever his name was, his last name was, he was good friends with Craig McCracken, so I was hoping that this would be a good episode. And it was fairly decent. It wasn't the best thing that I was expecting of, but you know what? Me being an old school 90s kid back in the days, I really used to love the crap out of the fucking Powerpuff Girls. It was a huge ass fucking thing back in the day up to now. You know, I'm more of an adult now. I'm about to be 25 next week on Wednesday, which, happy early birthday to me, which I would never thought in years, you know, I'd even be getting up to because I didn't think I'd be dead somewhere in prison or somewhere alive somewhere else. But that's for another video for another time. But other than that, the last thing I want to say about this, I'm not sure if there's going to be any like video game adaptation or another movie for the Powerpuff Girls. Because they said this is going to be a one-time episode thing only. So at least Cartoon Network is thinking about some of the 90s kids that grew up with this, because they pretty much know they're losing a lot of revenue from the older adult generation. That's anyone's a 90s kid these days, either around 20 or 21 to like 35, 36 years old by now. So I'm pretty much in between that, going on 25 years old next week, Wednesday. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And I'll tell you guys what I get if I get any presents from the family, if I go visit out them. So I'm probably going to be visiting them a lot in the next week or two, so you won't be seeing too many videos like you normally will. Maybe you will, maybe you won't. Maybe instead of 5 or 6 videos almost a day, you'll probably see 2 or 3 like I'm doing now. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I like the sound quality in this thing. The way Mojo Jojo built his robot. It's funny, I like how they think they brought the same exact freaking, the narrator, one that says sugar, spice, and everything nice. This would be ingredients chosen to create the perfect little girls. And then he ends up saying, but Professor Newtonium accidentally added an extra ingredient to the concoction, Chemical X. And then explodes. And after that says, thus the Powerpuff Girls were born. And then he ends up going the same thing. Using their ultra superpowers, Blossom, Bubbles, and Buttercup have dedicated their lives into fighting crime and the forces of evil. You know, that whole little thing, that whole little niche gag reel that they like to. And they still didn't show his face, and they never showed Miss Bellum's face, so they kept that the same way. I'm glad they didn't change that shit. And then they still show the mayor, he still loves his pickles like he always did in the older episodes. So that was really fucking awesome to see. And same with Professor Newtonium. So hopefully they bring back other old school cartoons, like I said in my Nintendo Sony Free channel when I was talking about the review. I'll put that link in the description box below if you haven't checked that video out that I did on that channel over there. And yeah, that's pretty much all I had to say on this channel. And oh yeah, one more other thing. I'm really glad they kept the same concept every now and then. They kick butt in crime or whatever. They save the day right before bedtime. They didn't show all the old school monsters. I really hope to God they do this with Courage the Cowardly Dog or Codename Kids Next Door, even though those are in the early 2000s when that came out. Nevertheless, it was still good-ass cartoons. Even other 90s cartoons like Cow and Chicken, and maybe revamp it or remake it into a modern version like that. Dexter's Laboratory, what else? Secret Squirrel, if any of you guys remember that shit. That was a real good-ass shit. Two Stupid Dogs. That was the same creator that made that a long time ago, Craig McCracken. and a couple other ones. Even Nickelodeon should start doing that, because these days when I look at Nickelodeon, whenever I'm watching with my nieces and every time, whenever I'm like, babysitting them and stuff, sometimes I'll watch, and most of the shit there is either fucking live action. It's just fucking live action all the time. It's like the only two cartoons that are still there that were still there in my 90s kids day was Fairly Odd Parents and SpongeBob, and they unfortunately ended up turning into shit really bad. So unfortunately, that's how it is. If a 90s kids cartoon goes on forever, they turn into shit. And sadly, I hope that doesn't happen with other ones. If they ever bring in 90s cartoons, and if they revamp them and turn into a modern version like Rocko's Modern Life, Ren and Stimpy, Angry Beavers, what else is out there? Our Real Monsters, Rugrats, Chalk Zone. Those are really beautiful, amazing 90s cartoons I grew up with back in my childhood days. Hopefully they bring that back, make it into a modern version. They can learn a lesson or two from Cartoon Network since they did this. Hopefully the Nickelodeon's taking notes right now. I'm looking at you fucking Viacom. You better be taking notes so that way you can start doing like remakes of episodes of the old school cartoons I grew up with. There's a lot of other ones that are out there. I'm not going to go into detail with because either forgot about them or I don't really remember them too much. If I could think of any of them off the top of my head, I'll have to say like any of the old school Yu-Gi-Oh cartoons, even though that was old already. Some of them like the Sonic ones or Kirby, even though that was from Fox Kids, maybe if they revamp that, that'll be awesome. Or Disney cartoons like they have with Recess, Pepper Ann, Doug, even though that was from original Nickelodeon until Disney bought it off on themselves. If they revamp any of those old school cartoons, I will be forever grateful with them again. I might end up being a fanboy Nick again, like I was about 8-9 years ago. And that's pretty much all I had to say for now. So like I always do say, is what it is, ain't what ain't. See you when I see you guys. Have a good day, have a good night, wherever you're at around the world. Don't drink, smoke weed at the same time. Don't do anything reckless. You guys take it easy, stay safe, be easy. I will talk to you guys soon. And you guys have a good one, alright? I'm gone, I'm getting the hell out of here, and you guys stay tuned for more videos because there's still a little bit more to come. I'm going to have a top 10 best video games of 2013 or 2014 of this year, so definitely stay in tune, alright? I'm gone, and I'll talk to you guys next time. Goodbye, and I'm out.